Alright, so today I actually hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which that shit is crazy because if you have seen my TikTok page, which is where I typically make these videos on, that bitch has been stuck at 1,632 for the longest time. If I gain a follower, I lose and want to stick my back at 32. If I lose a follower, I gain and want to stick my back at 32. So it's nice to see that on other platforms, my shit is growing and people does like my content. But back to the main topic. I was actually wondering what I was going to do for this because at first I was going to do some Lookism hot takes, so I was like, nah, I'll save that for a different day. But the thing I actually want to talk about is the PTJ universe and how much I fucking hate this shit. If you don't know what the PTJ universe is, the PTJ universe is basically a collection of some, not all, of PTJ comics set inside the same universe. The ones I know of is Viral Hit, Questism, Juvenile Lord, Juvenile Offenders, My Life as a Loser, Manager Kim, and at the center of all of it, Lookism. The reason why I hate this fucking universe so much is that it boils down to three main reasons. Number one, it shows up the power scale in a bit. A good example of this is somebody like Taehun from Viral Hit, because you can't really say he's as strong as every other member of the second gen because he's shown to be weak in terms of stats. And at that point you'll try to say, oh, it's just how the way the author chooses to convey the story, but that argument is stupid because you need to show off that somebody is that strong, and secondly, the existence of Hansu and Samdek debunks that. Because Hansu and Samdek has constantly been shown that they are on a different level. They are a different terms of when you say strong. Such as they are capable of dodging bullets when somebody like Harbin only was capable of dodging bullets only at the end of the series. Until then, nobody else has ever dodged bullets besides Hansu and Samdek, and Harbin don't even dodge bullets at the same rate that they did because Hansu and Samdek dodged bullets at point blank range. Meanwhile, Harbin was a fair distance away from Jinho's gun. And if you're wondering, yes, that makes Harbin the strongest member of the Harbin U company because he's faster than all of them. Now, the two biggest reasons why I hate the PTJ universe is that they don't feel connected and they introduce concepts that are exclusive to their series. Let's start off with the fact that they don't really feel interconnected. The biggest offender of this, I would say, is Questism. Because yes, Questism have all types of Lookism characters appearing. They had Jin Jang, they had Johan, they had Jake. But it's only Lookism characters, no one else. Which is crazy when you sit down and realize that the whole entire crux of the series is that there is a war in Gangbook. You also know who goes to Gangbook? Fucking Taehun Sung. And he just never fucking appears. In fact, no one mentions him. Which is crazy because there's a war in Gangbook and we don't hear any of that shit in Lookism, Viral Hit, Manager Kim. No one brings up the fact that there's a war going on there. Viral Hit is also a culprit of this because how the fuck was Jinho capable of getting away with all the stuff he was doing in Korea when the first gen kings exist? I like how it's just like this massive plot hole that you're not supposed to rethink about, because if you did, you'll realize that if you tried that shit in any of the first gen kings territory, and keep in mind the first gen kings are everywhere, so if you tried that shit in any of the first gen kings territory, he would have got smited. He would have been killed there on the spot. But then the worst fucking part, in my opinion, is just the concepts they introduce. This is in Manager Kim, which keep in mind I don't reread Manager Kim because I tried it, it just wasn't for me. But yeah, I was having a debate with somebody and he brought up this statement, but I was like, you can't reuse this statement because it doesn't exist anywhere else in the Lookism verse. It only exists in Manager Kim. You can't reuse it because it doesn't get mentioned. It isn't like an idea or a concept in the Lookism verse. It's just something that exists in Manager Kim, which, side note, logic would dictate that James, Gunn, and Gu are the madmen. But yeah, you can't reuse it in like a debate or in a theory video, which is what I mostly do, to like try to prove your point because it's something only brought up in Manager Kim and it's not like thought of or even hinted at in any other verse. Well, in any other part of the verse. Another example of this is in Questism, where the system and the transcendence category exists. Keep in mind, I'm not fully caught up in Questism, I'm still reading it. But from what I've seen, the system doesn't exist anywhere else. Only people who is like connected to like a system user, like in their party, they have access, like at least partial access to like the system. Gun doesn't have cards, Daniel doesn't have cards, no one else have cards. This is like something that only exists for like people who are connected to other people who are the system. But then they're trying to say that transcendence is mastery because I'm sorry to tell you, it simply fucking isn't. Like, let's just get the most obvious one out of the way. If I obtain the endurance mastery, I'm not suddenly going to be as fast as James or hitting as hard as Tesu. If I obtain the endurance or toughness mastery, I'm just going to be more durable. That's the only stat that's going to raise. But if you obtain transcendence in Questism, all your stats raise. Another thing is that Gugja obtained mastery when he gained access to UI. So what are you supposed to take that as? Daniel had a mastery all the way back in Hostel. Gugja's mastery is his UI. Then why he other stats amped? Because like UI doesn't raise your stats. It doesn't do anything to your stats. So like that's just like an inconsistency. The thing is that the stats windows themselves are kind of inconsistent. Because why does Johan has endurance undetectable? Like that might be like some weird thing that like why Johan attention to that, but like all the way back in the Hunt for Gun arc, which was the last arc, but yeah, in the Hunt for Gun arc, Gun was constantly saying that Johan's durability is ass. He's stronger than every other member of the second gen, but his durability is ass. But now he has undetectable endurance. What are we supposed to take it as? Every other Lookism character undetectable stats? This is just a plot hole. Like, what are we supposed to take it off? Side note, the undetectable stats fucking suck. So yeah, at the end of the day, the PTJ universe sucks because it doesn't feel like an interconnected universe. They have their own stuff going on. They have their own events that feel isolated within their own corners, and they have their own concepts. It's just inconsistent. But anyway, that's all for the video. I would like to say thank you for 100 subscribers. This means a lot to me. It means a lot to see that people actually enjoy my content and is loving my videos. I'll try my best to post as much content as I can, but just know I do have a hard time coming up with ideas. So if you have like some video you want to see me talk about, like some theory or something you want to see me talk about or make a video about, please comment and tell me about it because it will give me some stuff to do and I'll really love it. That's all I really have to say. Have a good day.